First try. First time. First time. Say hi.
Liar!
Hello.
Right. We had some technical difficulties and me being a dum-dum, but we didn't get to... It's not like when we had Kaiser on. Don't worry. It's not like when we had Kaiser on. We're back with Giggly.
Sure.
We're back with Giggly Tits. Not him. This is H Bomber guy in his potato-looking head.
Potato with hair.
Yeah, potato with hair.
And that really gets to me. This is also
Is the video
a huge
playing for
difference
anyone
between-
else?
Yeah, it's playing for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right,
me too.
hold on. That's a meatism then. Hold on.
Okay, more technical difficulties.
All right, there we go. For some reason, it was stuttering and just didn't play. So
Okay. Style versus Mahler's. Mahler basically states in videos his general opinions prior to providing evidence, then uses the objective structure of his review to provide the thesis he states at the beginning.
You'll permit me, if you will, to go on a rant about the state of video essays and reviews on YouTube these days. Star Wars The Last Jedi was panned quite thoroughly across much of YouTube, but since it is a part of such a popular franchise, it had plenty of fans...
Please, Anthony.
what's with this? What's with this like saxophone? I feel like I'm being serenaded and like seduced.
Anthony,
Yeah, that's
please,
kind of weird.
Please,
Yeah,
Tony, I beg you, find better music choices.
I feel like we're all gonna have to start taking our clothes off in a moment.
I mean,
for
like,
yourself.
if he's into that, sure, but he's weird.
remaining, as does anything with that kind of reach. At this juncture, however, thanks to months of discussion, most points have been...
It's so distracting. Like, I feel like we all need to be shaking hands after a long night of doing sketch comedy.
God.
Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like the end credit song of Saturday Night Live.
A little bit, yeah.
John Belushi is about to come out here and, I don't know, Blues Brothers all over the place.
brought to the logical baseline, with some who apparently haven't heard a single counter-argument still trailing to join the discussion. At the end of my assessment, I said that
And
the
thank you
film
to the
was
musical
overall
guest of The
objectively
Who.
bad in terms of filmmaking. It is of poor quality.
Or, possibly worse, Mahler starts like it's a CinemaSins video.
Oh, fuck. Let's get this over with. Black Panther opens with a neat animation.
Fuck you and the horse you wrote in on every single time you do this stupid thing, Anthony. Every time. This is an unbridled video. We have made this distinction in our videos before. Guess we're gonna need to do it again. And mainly because, like, Sarah's here. So she probably hasn't heard this for the 7 billion fucking time. Sarah, there's a key difference between the two styles of Mahler's videos. The unbridled videos, which are more of a first impressions and general opinions, and his actual breakdowns, which are more thought out. Hence why, with this image right here, it's clearly camcorder footage.
Well, well, I mean, it's also kind of cowardice on Tony's part. Because he's taking Black Panther and Unbridled Rage is like one of the first Unbridled Rages.
Not to mention the fact that it's just like he's going after the wrong type of video. If you're gonna go after Mahler's videos, you have to go up against like the main ones: his TLJ, his TFA, and like yeah, that's actually technically it. I guess like you talk about like his Soma video. No, the Soma video, not the Fallout video was borderline and unbridled.
Well, the thing is though, his unbridled videos have become also become critiques as well. Like if you watch the Unbridled Rage of Black Panther and the MOM Unbridled Cataclysm, like they are not the same caliber at all. Like he has turned his unbridled videos into critique videos.
Depending on like the amount of effort put in, because like for example, like the Alien one is definitely more of a back to formula.
Oh yeah,
type deal.
definitely. But like the thing is though, right? He's taking one of the earlier unbridled videos, rather than doing any of like his TLJ critiques, which sure, yeah. But if he's gonna take an unbridled video, Maybe he should stop being a coward and do the Doctor Strange one. Or the Quantumania one. Or hell, even do the Fallout video. Like...
He's too much of a coward with the Fallout one, you know. Because, like, no one's talking about Fallout. Season 2 is coming up and no one's talking about it.
Yeah, because once you get past the superficial aspects, it's like the antithesis of Fallout.
Don't you understand? There's a stim pack. Oh, don't you understand? He got shot a few times, but he ate a tomato, so he's healed.
Play.
Animation explaining the history of Wakanda.
He does this on his EFAP live streams to an extent, concluding that he will hate.
You just played the first little bit of that's not how CinemaSins videos open up, though, is it?
No.
Like CinemaSins just says a thing, and then like he'll like play like clips from the movie, give his commentary, ding, play clip from movie. He doesn't like actually go down and break down what's happening. So
in fact, it's very much a lack of Jeremy's like other than like his occasional gags, it's a complete like lack of his personality.
Yeah.
Something, then watching it live for seemingly the first time, and lo and behold, he hates it. H-Bomber Guy, by contrast, will provide a shifting thesis, one that starts out with a general perspective that is adjusted as he presents more evidence to the viewer.
Okay.
He literally did that in his Snyder Cut in Fallout. He literally did that in his Snyder Cut video.
Also, kindly go fuck yourself. There's nothing wrong with stating your point, then showing your evidence. That's a traditional essayist like method.
Yeah.
You state your thesis, you then present your evidence, and then a closing statement, which is borderline your thesis in a different kind of wording.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, that's a basic essay structure.
Yeah, like I don't. It's like both of these styles of critique are equally valid. Like they're both fine.
You know that trick video essayists use where they open on a semi-related example that sets the stage for the wider topic? It's a classic, I do it all the time. I wanted to open on a recent example of a writer winning a plagiarism lawsuit and getting their day in court. But there isn't one. This ancient case, which took place over a decade before I, and statistically you, were even born, is...
Sorry, because we're kind of just watching someone else's video for a moment.
True.
I just wanted to pause. Because, you know, I will die on this fucking hill. Quit showing big like this goes to fucking Bob. This goes to Gramuglia. This even like part of us whenever we do responses.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fucking show so much of their fucking video without saying anything. Fuck you. This isn't your shit. You can't just take it.
True. And also, this also doesn't really apply because the Soma video, the first video in that Soma series, is like half of it is Mahler going over horror, like the history of horror, like briefly. Like I don't.
Also, against H Bomber Guy's point, where he's like, "Oh, the writer like gets their day in court because of plagiarism," happens all the time. It just doesn't go in the direction they think it is because they're just wrong a good chunk of time.
Well,
Kimba
yeah.
the Lion.
Well, yeah, because people think like you copied my idea, and it's like, yeah, but it's my story. I didn't literally take excerpts from your book and put them into mine, right? Like, it's a bit scummy of where it's like, oh, you're literally just copying Jurassic Park, but like you're changing enough to where it's its own thing, but it's very obvious you didn't really try that hard. As opposed to
The inheritance cycle.
Yeah.
It's just Star Wars.
Yeah, but like,
And Lord of the Rings, like a lot of them.
It's mainly Star Wars though. Like it has Lord of the Rings.
Well, I mean, like as far as the world, like even he's got a map at the beginning of the book, and he has all the same races.
The love of elves,
elves
being the
are
most
very-
overpowered, like.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
demigod.
elves are very similar.
Like 90% of all isekai, like, is basically the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I don't. Kind of going back to this, it's like you. Tony's watched like maybe 3 Mauler videos, or he's watched them all and he's just lying, because he has to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. It's because of a key factor. Remember, folks, Anthony is mad that EFAP watched his video and, like, raked him over the coals. He is and shall always be big mad.
No, but
I
don't
hit the nail on the head in the very first recording of this.
But
Yeah,
don't
Sarah, he
Which
did this thing.
video of his did they talk about?
The YouTube critics are lying to you.
And
Ah.
then he basically says, like, literature devil and cinema sins, like they're all like in this conspiracy, and then takes Anita Sarkeesian, like he rakes all of these people over the coals, but then takes Anita Sarkeesian, who is an actual goddamn fraud,
Like literal
and then
grifter.
just goes, she just made a few mistakes.
No, she didn't make a few mistakes. She took 106, nearly. I think it was like 150.
No, that's what he said.
I know.
Like,
I know. But it needs to be repeated though. She took $158,000 for a project that she never finished.
Oh wow!
She
Like
Tropes
patrons,
Trope versus
and
women.
viewers.
Yeah. Basically, it was Kickstarter money.
Okay, yeah.
she went to the UN.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, her and Zoe.
Did she
Quinn-
get invited?
Yes, I believe so. They talk about like women's and online harassment at the UN, and it's
Oh.
like, look, I understand that the UN is like mostly useless, but like, surely they have more important things to be talking about.
I mean, it probably wasn't the main UN, like with all the world leaders and stuff.
No, it was.
It was probably UN women.
No.
One
It was
is
the-
still
it was
the
the
best,
main UN.
most recent and almost only example. Ellison and Bova are among the few writers to ever see financial compensation for their work being stolen.
This video is about James Somerton.
Now, obviously, H.
But he
Bomber
didn't-
knows what conclusion he's going to make before he starts filming.
Fuck off. Didn't he just, like, in his fucking opening thing, didn't he say James Somerton?
I think.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's rewatch
Best,
it. Yeah.
most recent and almost only example. Ellison and Bova are among the few writers
Alright, fair enough. He didn't.
Yeah.
to ever see financial compensation for their work being stolen.
This video is about James Somerton.
Now, obviously, H. Bomber Guy knows what conclusion he's going to make before he starts filming.
Last time I wanted to research one thing and tripped and learned too much. This time I had the breakdown and worked backwards.
But he presents it in a way where the viewer develops a perspective alongside the argument, accepting small details before providing further context to guide the audience to his perspective.
But isn't that also what
Well-
what Mahler does with like breaking down
I
a
also-
scene?
I also find this, argument, like, at the very least from my point of view, I find it incredibly inefficient. State the argument, give the evidence, good, go, bam, done. Next scene.
Yeah, but like it's Mahler's way of doing it is equally as valid. Like
It is.
you like Tony may have a preference, and that's fine. Like that's perfectly fine.
Also, I don't want to hear it when it comes to referencing this fucking plagiarism video from H. Bomber Guy. He called internet historian a fucking thief and a plagiarist. When he's not.
Yeah, internet historian makes top quality videos.
Yeah, you know.
And he's retelling events because he's a historian.
Yeah. I guess now Count Dankula's absolute Mad Lads is plagiarism.
Yeah, plagiarizing history.
Yep.
Do you know who else followed the structure? James Somerton. Because all the talented writers he ripped off knew how to write a convincing argument. Mahler, by contrast, starts by saying a film or story is objectively bad, and then looks for evidence to back it up.
What?
What is wrong with that way of arguing, though?
No, he's trying to imply that it's what is it? Is it a begging the question fallacy where you start with the conclusion and look for evidence to support it? It's kind of it's what a lot of like fundamentalist Christians do. With they assume the Bible is correct on
Yeah, it's like the opposite of empirical.
yeah, rather than like looking at the like where it's like, which isn't even necessarily true. Mahler watches a movie. He watches the movie and he goes, "Wow, that was bad," and then like he will then explains that it is bad because he has seen it. Unless Tony is just doing a really bad job of saying that, which could be the case, because he's not good. He's really bad at structuring his videos. He has not gotten better at it at all.
Neither structure is objectively bad necessarily, but I find Mahler's structure less convincing because it doesn't really win anyone over who wasn't already on board with his perspective from the start.
What do you mean?
It doesn't. So first off, again, Mahler lets the evidence speak for itself every single fucking time. He doesn't need to convince you. The evidence should be damning enough.
Yeah, like this
I believe like in legal arguments it's called the smoking gun argument. I don't need to keep trying to convince you. I just need to keep showing you the smoking gun.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that for a second, though. What is the goal of doing any video essay if not to educate and win people over to your side? Otherwise, if you're just
besides like to tweak that, besides just being entertaining.
sure, I guess, but why would you go to all that work just to like basically entertain the people who already agree with you?
Well, why are we doing this right now?
Well, it's not even necessarily just to enter. Well, I mean, like, from my understanding, it's like he's like I would assume that Mahler wants more people, like especially with like Fallout. That in particular, when he convinced Drinker that it was bad.
That's because it was getting on his nerves how much everybody was like. Because I was watching his breakdowns of Fallout with on Open Bar. It was driving him nuts how much everybody was going like, this show's amazing, and he'd just be sitting there, the voice of fucking reason, going like, what's fucking wrong with you people?
Like the thing is, honestly,
funny because I feel that way sometimes when we'll be watching something and then we'll pause and then you guys will be like, "Oh man, that was fucking bad." I'm like, "What? Were we watching the same thing?" Sometimes it feels out of nowhere, and I know it's not. We just have very different perspectives. But
true.
But we're also at the same time we're able to communicate these differences.
But the thing is, though, right? Like Mahler's videos are convincing, though, if we want to do that, because he, again, like what Wyatt said, here's the evidence as to why this thing is terrible. Do with it what you will. These are the references. If I'm wrong, show me the flaw.
Then prove it.
Then prove it. Yeah. Like,
because that's all they need to do.
Exactly. Like, just go and here. Yeah, it's, but both are equally valid. And personally, while I prefer Mahler's method, H Bomber Guy's method is also fine. Like,
also, it just boils down with your own method as well. Everybody's method is completely different. Like, mm-hmm. I don't know about you guys, like specifically talking to the women, because this isn't like their sort of profession when it comes to this. A movie does not start at a 10 and go down for myself and Jake. It starts at 5 and then goes up or down.
Yes.
So it doesn't just start at a 10 and then just plummet to a 2. It went from a 5 to a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense since 5 is neutral
Yeah.
Yes, 5, which is something we constantly joke about when it comes to
or
like
average.
other reviewers, because like we joke about with IGN and GameSpot and all that kind of stuff. They're like the 7 out of 10. That's average. It's like that's above average.
That's a
Yeah,
C. That's
yeah.
a C.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a passing grade. Whereas like if you're in their mind, when you do a 5 out of 10, it's essentially the worst game imaginable.
Yeah.
It's like getting an F.
Mm-hmm. Now, me personally, like, I have done videos where I don't go in chronological order, and I think I've done that relatively okay-ish, but I'm one of those weirdos that I need to go I need to go down the chronological time of events, or else I kind of get a bit distracted with certain
Get
things.
lost. Yeah, that's understandable.
My normal method is slingshotty. So setup, go along, pay off, show the slingshot again. Like say for example, like the well, it's something minor. I literally just thought of this. Just when Leia says not every problem can be solved with an X-wing. 5 seconds later, permission to go into an X-wing and blow something up. Permission granted. Slingshot back to a minute ago. You can't just go into an X-wing and blow everything up. Like that's where you like. That's how I normally break things down. It's like hey, here's thing. That's why it's bad. Move on.
Yeah.
If a viewer who hates The Last Jedi, for example, watches Mahler's 6-hour Last Jedi review, they're going to be on board from the start because he hates what they hate.
Okay, and if someone who likes The Last Jedi watches that video and is convinced by Mahler's evidence, what then?
Which has definitely happened.
Yes. Yeah.
You can't say like cosmic math of the universe. Like, yeah, this has happened. Somebody has seen this video and gone like, I don't like The Last Jedi anymore.
Also,
Or at least I see your point.
Also he's comparing two different kinds of videos. One is a critique of a piece of media. The other is going over cases of plagiarism. Those are not comparable.
Which is fucking flawed because he doesn't. I'll keep beating that over the head. Don't fucking mess with Internet Historian, asshole.
Oh yeah, but like they're different videos doing different things, and thus would need to be structured differently. Like Mahler is going in chronological order of events of a film. Harris is talking about plagiarism and like various things about plagiarism. Those different things.
Or in the case of like, if we want to talk about that previous like essay structure and pathing, the Snyder cut video is perfect with that. The video starts with like immediately talking about the path that Cyborg goes on, and he's jumping around the movie.
Mm-hmm. And then afterwards, he starts off with Superman is dead. Ah, ah. Yeah, and then he does go, and then like he'll like do like mention all of these really bad things in the Snyder cut, and then he'll actually praise Justice League,
which was something that none of us were actually expecting.
Well, the biggest shock about the Snyder cut is that you realize that the corporate sludge version is somehow better. Which is
because Joss at least fucking tried.
Well, Joss knows how to tell a story. Regardless of what you think of him, Joss knows how to tell a story. Fuck, I would rather bring Joss Whedon in to do like a Superman movie, or better yet, a Teen Titans movie, and like just say, all right, you can do this, but be on your best behavior. I'm giving you a chance.
But a
Don't
fan of The Last
fuck it up.
Jedi is going to dismiss the review as rage bait and live comfortably never watching it.
What? Hold on. I need to hear that.
Yeah, go back a sec.
How do I fucking... It's not letting me go back.
It's the arrow keys.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
Okay, you're. Yep.
I did it.
No,
Sometin,
no,
because
not all the way back.
all the talented writers he ripped off knew how to write a convincing argument. Mahler, by contrast, starts by saying a film or story is objectively bad, and then looks for evidence to back it up.
Oh, I think I
Neither
need to
structure
do it
is
this way.
objectively bad necessarily,
Oh no.
but I find Mahler's structure less convincing because it doesn't really win anyone over who wasn't already on board with his perspective from the start. If a viewer who hates The Last Jedi, for example, watches Mahler's 6-hour Last Jedi review, they're going to be on board from the start because he hates what they hate. But a fan of The Last Jedi is going to dismiss the review as rage bait and live comfortably never watching it.
That's
Oh, so they're gonna live in blissful fucking ignorance, never realizing
Most
that they like
likely,
it.
yeah. Because why would someone who likes the thing want to watch a thing
a
that
different
rips
perspective.
it to shreds?
A different perspective.
There are some people who will want to educate themselves and do that. Most people on the internet, no.
Yeah, we call those people morons.
Like
Yeah, I mean,
there
sure, but they're that's the average person,
Yeah, the average person is a
of
moron.
which there are more.
Yeah,
well,
and
the amount of comments that of people sucking off the Snyder Cut on Mahler's Snyder Cut video is actually like quite a bit, relatively speaking. Same with like
Okay.
the Fallout video. There are people who will watch a Mahler video and then disagree with it and leave a comment. And there are plenty of people who have said that they liked the thing, watched his videos, and then realized, oh, this thing's actually bad. Like, I guarantee you, a not insignificant amount of people who were okay with TLJ watched his critiques and went, oh, it's actually bad.
Okay.
H Bomber Guy, though, starts with a small, simple statement that builds into something bigger. That makes his videos more engaging because it doesn't throw a partisan issue at you from the start. It invites you in. And by the time you get to the point...
Because he's
invites me in. I'm not a fucking, like, wandering in on a fucking cabin in the woods. I clicked on the video. I'm already here.
Also, Soma video does that. Pretty much all of his old game critiques do that as well. You didn't bother to do your fucking research. The Fallout video does that as well.
You're also waxing poetically about, like, YouTube when it's like, you know, it's a binary. You're either watching the video and giving it your engagement, even if you're not even physically present, or you're not, meaning you haven't clicked on the video, or you clicked away. This isn't like he invites you in. I'm already here.
Yeah, like I don't.
Yeah, but I can see where he's coming from with if you start out softer instead of with a hard approach, maybe there are going to be more people who stay and watch the rest of the video.
But that's not inviting someone in. That's,
I mean, that's
hey,
what
let
it
me tell-
means.
Is it?
I think so.
But here's the thing. Again, he's not even using the right Harris video for this comparison. These two topics are not comparable. They're going to be structured differently. He should have used his like Harris's Fallout 3 critique for that, because it's a critique of a piece of media, like an actual story, a game. And then he could have used that. But no, he's using this plagiarism video. He's using something that's not fucking comparable. Like, he needs to stop. Like, seriously. Like, and I think, and I honestly think Tony did this sort of thing on purpose, because Tony thinks.
Well, of course he fucking did, Jake. This is an hour and 41-minute video. He wouldn't just accidentally just ramble off on a fucking point without a chance to wrangle himself back in the editing process. He totally did this on purpose.
It's not a very good comparison at all.
It's a shit comparison.
Terrible. You should be ashamed of yourself, Tony.
You're on his side. Also, he has jokes and doesn't take himself too seriously, something Mauler clearly struggles with.
What do you mean? In his DS2 review.
No. We don't even need to worry about. Hold on. Just talk amongst yourselves, the three of you, for a moment. And Jake, mark down the timestamp. I'll be right back.
40. Oh, okay. I guess we're Let me.
Why did that sound violent as hell?
Because he's angry. He's big Angie.
I can tell.
He's big Angie. Gonna Angie all over me.
Oh God.
You got the timestamp?
Yeah, I got it. Ow.
That's why I always have my volume at half, just in case.
Okay, but mine was at half as well, except for some ungodly fucking reason, it reset the volume.
I apologize.
Okay, maybe this Watch Together's new setup isn't that great.
Are you hitting the YouTube thing? Because I'm not. I'm still just touching Watch Together's controls. I don't know why YouTube's controls are there. As far as I'm concerned, they're not.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I'll just do this then. All right, go ahead now.
What the fuck? What the hell is wrong with you? All you needed to do was portal both the Tentacle Bro and the bus to the Gobi Desert, you fucking sponge. Seriously, you glorified tablecloth. If you just turned a corner, you would have been safe. What the hell are you doing? If you'd timed that just seconds wrong, you would have set her on fire. What is with every damn choice you're making in this fight? Do you, by any chance, eat pizza with a spoon? Even the writer of that show understood by any kind of ethical system you cannot, fundamentally, by means of murderous monsters, kidnap children at the cost of human lives. You fucking walnut.
Such raw power could wreak havoc on this and others.
So, like, that's just that's less than a minute of just examples, Anthony. You fucking moron. You utter piece of shit. You donut. You fucking Columbo.
And in his DS2 videos, he this is kind of a paraphrasing, but he goes, and I'll ramble on and on and on and on, like some faggoty YouTube scientist for video games.
Because guess what, Anthony? You didn't pay attention. You didn't.
Well,
because you just wanna hate, which is, funnily enough, exactly what you accuse us of doing.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I am a hater, and I am all for I am all for the hate. I'm in it for the love of the game, you know. I'm in it for the love of the game.
Hold on, did he make a? Oh, hey Sarah, I don't know if you can see this related video, but I'll post it in the call chat. It's Anthony has made a follow-up video that I know would make you annoyed.
A Fallout video?
No.
Or you say follow up?
Well, no. He's made a video that would piss you off. I just posted it in the chat.
Okay, let me.
Oh hell no!
Let me take a gander at this. Was it? Oh, Harry Potter.
You have
Oh,
to fight,
fuck
bro.
you.
I know you did not.
Yeah, that's Harry. Well, you see, J.K. Rowling said things I don't agree with. Therefore, Harry Potter bad.
Bruh, it's not even a.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm trying to delay this by looking at other stuff. Right-wing horror movies and
It's
showing Jason.
It's the weird slasher trope of like you know, the couple having sex gets killed. It's like the pure virgin final girl is the one that defeats the.
You mean the literal like joke that they make with Cabin in the Woods, the jock, the stoner, the virgin.
Okay, yeah, but like I can see that kind of being a thing in the 80s.
Well, yeah, because that's what they were parodying. Like that's what they like.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm assuming. I haven't seen that video, but like in the 80s, like I would not disagree by saying that with like a lot of the 80s slasher villains, especially considering it when you
wouldn't call it right wing though.
No, I wouldn't call it right wing necessarily.
What about dark meat?
How sweet, dark meat.
Dark meat.
Well, you see,
he's a child molester, but he's not a racist.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, Freddy's Freddy Krueger's progressive.
Has to do with one thing. Mahler acts like his opinion is concrete, while H-Bomber Guy acts like it's flexible.
But he doesn't, though. He has said that he has been wrong on multiple occasions, and he said this is what it means to be human: is you're not infallible.
Unless you mean by concrete is that he presents the evidence as hard facts, which, sure.
When you're displaying facts, yes, you should display them as facts.
Yeah, so not even true.
This intrinsically changes how you engage with their criticism. It's why H-Bomb...
Well, he said it correct. He said it right. He said it correct this time.
Also, plagiarism. Hi, James. I also see you. Somebody who is actually not guilty of fucking plagiarism.
He might be talking about the Irate Gamer from back in the day that was a straight-up ripoff of AVGN. Hopefully, he's talking about the Irate Gamer.
Then you show Irate Gamer. You don't put James.
It might just be for clicks in the thumbnail, to be honest. And I'm not gonna... Well, actually, no, since it's Harris, no, I am gonna... Harris doesn't need to do that kind of shit.
He doesn't. That's why I was about to say that, actually.
Yeah.
You don't need to pull an algorithm and be like, look at this super clickbaity thumbnail. It's like, you're H-Bomber Guy.
Mm-hmm.
You have an audience. They will see it.
Yep.
Our guy gets millions of views on his videos, while I, a channel with a fraction of the subscribers Mahler has, can ratio Mahler's review of my video.
Because it's the VOD channel, you stupid retard.
Damn it! He keeps doing it to himself! My point is more justified by the fucking week every time we come back to this. He's just fucking mad!
But it's
he's like, oh, I don't really yes.
Well, it's really pathetic as well because Mueller is the second channel.
Anthony, I'm gonna engage you on this level, this very petty level. They made more money than you on this video because they have super chats and their EFAP. They've got some fucking whales in there. They got more engagement than you. More in the fact that this is probably, like, you're not showing the like to dislike ratio because, you know, you're you, and also YouTube doesn't like to show it. And then let's also, like, just general, like, chat engagement with audience. God knows how many comments you have on your little fucking stupid video versus the, like, complete hours upon hours to the point they have to do a separate chat on just them getting paid. Anthony, keep being mad, you salty motherfucker.
But I will always it's like it's and it really, and like you said, it really is because he's such a little salty gremlin, man. Because he's trying to go, well, you see, my main channel video got more views than this 7-hour stream VOD on a second channel. That,
you know how I feel like with him, like my mood towards that is just like Woody Harrelson wiping his tears away in Zombieland.
Which, by the way, Tony, the Mueller channel only had about 100K subs at that. It only had, I think, even at that time, it had 100K subs, which sure was bigger than you at the time, but like, Like it is so bizarre how it is incredibly bizarre. I don't fuck and you're also
He's
comparing
just mad.
you're also comparing a live stream to an edited video. Engagement within live streams, like you said, Wyatt, is the engagement during the stream itself is what matters the most, not the fucking VOD. Like what? God damn.
He shot himself in the, like he is just mag dumping into his own foot because he
Yeah.
keeps coming back to it.
Yeah.
If he just shot himself once, we'd be like, all right, you shot yourself in the foot. We understand what your motivations are. You're just mad. But he keeps coming back to this, so we just keep seeing him fire again and again into his own foot.
Yeah. It's... God, it's so fucking pathetic. It is so fucking pathetic.
Because he's a very pathetic man.
He is.
It's one of the reasons why so many people...
You're doing the fucking meme!
Look at the Jenny Nicholson review of Joker that EFAP responded to. Look at the vast difference of people who spent 12 hours watching EFAP complain about Jenny Nicholson versus...
Nope. It wasn't 12 hours. It was 3 hours. It was 3 hours.
He did the fucking meme! Oh my god!
Which...
Anthony, you fucking moron!
Okay, so this is actually really funny. So, like 2 years ago...
You have no idea what we're talking about. Like,
No,
Sarah knows, but you don't.
No, it's fun. Here's the thing, though.
We were about to explain it.
So no, I'm not gonna. I'm not.
Explain it to me. Okay.
So it's a 12-hour video. Only 3 hours of the 12 hours is talking about Jenny Nicholson's video. The rest of it is them like reading super chats, going on tangents about Angry Joe, or as Rag slipped and called him, Angry Jew. And going over his bad movie takes. Like, so little of the video, like, comparatively speaking, is focused on Jenny Nicholson. And once again, you are comparing a stream VOD from 5 years ago to a video...
What's VOD?
What?
What's VOD?
Video something like the point being it's the recording version of a live stream.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like the VOD, like the streaming VOD of a 5-year-old stream. And I know Anthony is lying about this because I actually got a little conversation with him on Twitter about this a couple years ago. He probably doesn't remember, but I do. I think it was like 2-3 years ago or whatever. I think it was right around the time or before he started his YouTube channel. I think like right before. I literally said it was only 3 hours of them talking about Jenny Nicholson, and then he saw it and responded to me, and it's
By
like,
saying what?
By saying like, okay, but why would I watch this then? And it's like, to get a different perspective.
That's your preference. You don't have to fucking watch it.
Yeah, but the point is that like unless he says something up now, right?
Yeah.
He either forgot because he's a dumbass, or he's just flat out lying. Which honestly, he's probably just lying because this is a point that's been hammered home over and over and over. And there's even I think Wolf on the EFAP Highlights channel uploaded the Jenny Nicholson video without talking about Jenny Nicholson, like the edited version of that. So I don't know. Someone can maybe try and like find it, and then or whatever. But like, they just don't spend that much time talking about Jenny Nicholson's video. And again, like the fucking failed and aborted argumentum ad populum by comparing a main channel video by I'm sorry, I kept calling her Jenny Nicholson, Jeb Nicholson.
Like, what's the sum of what she said?
That she wondered if one of the themes of Joker was to stop taking your meds.
Yeah.
Oh.
Her Joker video was really shit. But yeah, no, they didn't spend 12 hours talking
about... She was
about...
so confused by it. She was just like, what was the theme?
Isn't it basically him just going insane, really?
I mean, that could be part of it, but like
well, the
like
main,
especially with the girl, like because
Yeah.
she never went on the date with him. But like, if you want to talk about like themes for just a moment, one of the themes is definitely like if we don't take care of our lowest members of society, they will do whatever it takes to burn it down.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, he did the thing that's been disproven countless times. So
It is Gotham.
People watching Jenny
What?
Nicholson.
What?
what'd you say?
What did you say?
I made a joke. I said it is Gotham.
True.
Yeah, like I feel like the city was born like no as they were building it. Like it was just built like with evil in its heart. They were just like
Yeah.
somebody who put that
Make
first
you
slab of wood down to just build a house, and then some guy out of nowhere was like, "Give me that plank of wood. That's my wood now."
Isn't it canon that
Right.
Gotham is built on like some kind of weird evil place?
Evil swamp. That's what brought Grundy back.
Yeah.
Briefly give her opinion on Joker. And yeah, I know the whole stream isn't 12 hours of just complaining about.
Okay.
Then don't make this fucking point, then, asshole.
No. They have to.
Jenny Nicholson. I know that, but the optics are pretty clear. It's
But the optics are
Fuck
pretty
you.
clear. What do you mean?
less important what is actually said in this case, and more how it is.
It's less important. So it's not important what is said in the video. What's important is how it looks. Go fuck yourself, you absolute clown person.
Perceived by the audience who can engage with it. After all, if
You clearly can't engage with it.
no one engages with your video, no one is going to hear you.
I don't know. Like you say you keep comparing numbers, but 700K is nothing to sneeze at. Like 194K is nothing to sneeze at for stream VODs. For stream VODs, like for if you get like 5,000 to watch a stream VOD, that's pretty good. If you can get over 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 to watch your stream VODs, that's really good. That's really good.
It's amazing.
Like it's so weird. Like I don't understand it like at all. And that Jenny Nicholson one has been gaining views perpetually over the years, because I think like a couple years ago it was at like 500K, and now it's at nearly it's reaching 800K. 5 years for a stream VOD perpetually gaining views instead of plateauing is really good, like for looking numbers wise, relatively speaking. So I have no idea why Tony thinks that this is somehow at all an own, like at all.
At all. Okay, real talk. For the last year, people have begged me to acknowledge Mahler's response to my video, the YouTuber critics are lying to you, which I chose not to mainly because when receiving criticism, it is my opinion that I should sit down, shut up, and listen to it.
I don't believe you.
No, you fucking weirdo. At least, like, you're... My guy, you are on the internet. To pull, like, a great clip from... Like, a great quote from Asmongold. Make content out of it.
Well, that's what he's doing right now, I assume.
Yeah, he is now. But, like, when that just came out, he could have responded to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would have created more drama. And then it would have created more money.
Yeah.
I don't really like responding to criticism because I think the key element of it is to listen to it and assimilate it. See what works, what doesn't. Can I make better content from this feedback I've received?
That just makes you a beta cuck.
If the criticism of you is invalid, then shouldn't you respond? Or you could also do the other thing of like, I don't care.
Also, here's the key thing, Anthony. You absolute, like, you were dropped as a child onto an anvil, weren't you? So what you are doing when you're analyzing your processes and realizing what to change, what to keep, what to make different, is in a way responding.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is a response. Even if it's not a verbal response, it is still you doing a thing and responding to criticism.
Mm-hmm.
You might learn something.
Well, here's the thing. He probably will learn something. He just won't apply it.
No, he'll just completely ignore it and go, I'm more right. Also, fuck you for using the snap cube fucking thing. That just makes you a beta cuck.
Meanwhile, Mauler responds to a tweet criticizing him, going off in this long tirade about how valuable objective criticism is and how inconsistent H-Bomber guy is. Well,
look at me. I'm better than Mauler. I am super better than him. I listen to criticism. Okay, but what if Mauler felt as if his criticism, that Harris said, was invalid? So
you can't defend yourself.
I mean, if you think a criticism of you is invalid, shouldn't it be perfectly normal and reasonable to defend yourself in that aspect?
It is. It's very reasonable.
So, like, please get off your fucking high horse, giggly tits. No one fucking cares.
Get off your soapbox before we break it.
Hell, other people have pointed out that Mauler's Dark Souls 2 review, and it was a response to H-Bomber Guy himself, is very inconsistent.
Okay, then play clips from the fucking... You didn't even fucking finish it, by the way. You only watched, like, half of it.
Unless he was looking at it again and only got halfway through.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, but here's an idea. Well, actually, Anthony, play a clip from it. Do it. Like,
reflects a poor understanding of the mechanics that H-Bomber.
Okay, but like, how do you know that Domo 3000 is telling the truth if you yourself have never played Dark Souls 2?
That's why I stayed away from this video, actually, because, like, I've played 3, I've played 1, I've played a lot of the Souls games, but I never touched 2, so I stayed as far away from that topic as possible.
Now, I've, like, listened to Mauler's DS2 video series. I mean, I'm not going to say he's right or wrong on, like, everything, because I've only ever touched Bloodborne for, like, an hour. And I'm not really going to make any positive or negative statements on the quality of DS2 because I haven't played it. But, like...
And, like, any topic that's made on, like, for another example with, like, other Souls games, or kind of new... I'm at the very least neutral when it comes to Elden Ring, and then I'll just let Slurren and Max just talk about it.
Yeah. But, like, unless you yourself... Like, again, like, I feel as if you can't, like, unless you've played DS2 as extensively as either Domo 3000 or Mauler has, because Mauler played it, I think, what was it, like, an absurd amount of times for that video?
Unknown.
Like him and his friend, and then recently he did a replay through for his, like, his channel's 10-year anniversary. But... like, unless you've played that, I don't feel as if you can say, look, it's an inconsistency. Well, you don't know it's an inconsistency because Domo 3000 could also be lying or manipulating things. Like, maybe he isn't, because I haven't seen the video itself. I'm not saying he is, but, like, you can't say that Mauler is being inconsistent with the mechanics if you yourself have never played the game.
A guy does understand.
There are also more Heidi Knights in general, which is great, and something I wanted. And also they're way more aggressive. Some of them get up and go for you now, and that's a really cool thing that you just don't expect if you play the original, and that's really, really fun.
This is getting ridiculous now. The Hyde Knights were removed from several spots in the original game and placed into Knight's Tower of Flame.
Okay, maybe he's
There
gonna
wasn't
find
a significant increase in numbers in the entire game, and again, he shows he doesn't play his own game that thoroughly.
Domo points out, however, Mauler's wrong. The Hyde Knights are actually all over the place. Mauler just ran past all of them. He missed them. Wasn't paying attention. He was being chased by other enemies and just completely bypassed them. He wasn't playing the game correctly, yet smugly declared that he knew the game better than H-Bomber Guy.
What do you mean by
Mauler?
What do you mean by not what do you mean by not playing the game correctly? Running
Also, first off,
is run.
also, like, I'm willing to accept that, like, everybody makes mistakes. Like, like, they're acting like it's this big gotcha. Like, oh, but Mahler made this mistake. He always made mistakes in that Dark Souls thing when he wasn't doing his thorough investigation. It's why I'm really annoyed that we're still using, like, a lot of his older stuff, when if you really want to talk about this kind of shit, you should start using his newer stuff.
Yeah. You could, like, yeah.
Where his style is more refined, where he has committed to doing more research.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stand the idea that H-Bomber Guy could be right.
Jesus. Okay, look, I'm pretty sure that this guy is...
So he just has to make something up to falsely present him as uninformed.
Okay, so you're... Okay, so this is actually really funny because...
This guy's English might be just as bad as Dan's.
Yeah. Except Dan's first language is English.
No, I was making a jab towards Danny. I don't know why I called him Dan. And even then, Danny has the chat excuse of I learned this language to talk about Warhammer.
Yeah, but this is a really weird clip to play because you're just playing a clip where it's him going. Mahler just wants to make Harris look like he's wrong or whatever. When like Mahler said that he likes Harris's videos and praised videos he's made in the past, especially his Fallout 3 one. So like
We've seen time and time again, Mahler is neither fair to Dark Souls 2 nor to H-Bomber Guy. He falsely presents himself as smart, intellectual, and competent at this game, when he clearly fails at all three of those.
This is the kind of thing that will of course happen to me down the line if I fall out of touch, but how you respond to criticism can often say more than the initial statement ever could. These are the kind of videos you end up with when you have a severe lack of self-awareness.
Wasn't that literally playing a clip of Mahler admitting that he makes mistakes? Did you just literally play a clip where Mahler says that he makes mistakes? I mean, you did earlier in the video as well.
He's been disputed by his own clips.
Yes.
Like, time and time again in this video. Honestly, it's why, like, when you're making these video essays, like, it's fine when doing, like, playthroughs, for example, you edit, like, essentially as you go.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to these essays, you gotta make sure you're staying on track, so you gotta go back, you gotta rehear it, you gotta redraft.
Yeah, like, it
back
is...
to reality.
It is bizarre, but also, you literally just played one clip about one aspect and use that as an example. When, god damn it, this is so fucking stupid. Why? Hey, Tony, why don't you use his Last Jedi critique? You like The Last Jedi. You like it a lot. You like it so much that you're glad it ruined Wyatt's childhood. Why don't you use that one? Why are you using DS2, the DS2 video?
Because
Strange,
he's one of the, like, he's a fucking moron every time.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm just gonna assume that he actually can't defend against any of Muller's points for that. But who knows? We got a good chunk of we got like a little over half left of this monstrous piece of shit that we're not going to finish tonight.
Mahler keeps trying to one-up and prove himself to H-Bomber Guy, but H Bomber Guy seems to effortlessly prove himself the better critic. This response.
H Bomber Guy in that video literally says that using a shield is playing the game wrong in DS2. Like, what are you talking about?
Then how would you block the attacks?
No. So according, well, you don't have to block them. It just depends on your build.
You can dodge.
You can dodge,
That's
but like,
true too,
but like, you know, with the shields, with the shields, he's like, you're playing, you know, he effectively said you're playing the game wrong, DS2 wrong if you use a shield, and it's like, what do you mean? That's such a stupid thing to say.
Meanwhile, never have we said you're playing a game wrong besides like outright just not engaging with its mechanics. Like we would say Asmongold didn't play Revengeance right because he essentially gave up at Armstrong.
Yeah, because he didn't like engage with blade mode because for some reason he couldn't play it on controller. He had to play it using fucking mouse and keyboard. The fucking psychopath.
But an example would be like you can't play the Arkham games wrong. Essentially, you have to block and hit, or you die. End of fucking story. Like there's no like you're playing it wrong. I guess you're just letting them hit you.
Yeah, but like using a shield is not playing the game wrong. He also criticized the idea of life gems because like in Dark Souls 1. The fundamental argument was you have a maximum of like what is it 10 Estus?
I don't know.
Oh, you're the one that played it.
Of what? Dark Souls 2? I have
DS1.
Oh yeah. Dark Souls. I think you could. Yeah, I think as far as 10. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me with 2.
No, I'm just like, but like the idea is that like is that because you know you have like limited amount of healing with your Estus, and humanity I believe heals you as well, but that's also valuable for other things. So it's kind of a risk reward system of you've run out of Estus. Now you
do you risk using humanity and then not having any left next time you go hollowed?
Exactly. Or do you just take the L, go back to the campfire, and try again? Whereas with life gems, from what I understand watching that video, you can like say that I'm wrong in the comments, and that's fine. You can get a lot of life gems. You can get so many life gems. You can buy so many of them. You can buy so many of them. And let's not even get into ADP, which is a stat that can, I believe, increase your iframes.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, like I'm trying to remember his Mahler's point, but it's basically the most important stat because I think it like can subtly increase your iframes even by like a fraction, which in a Souls game, even from my limited playing of Bloodborne and a little bit of Elden Ring too, actually, any increase in iframes is good.
Yeah, because it's iframes. You are invincible.
Yep.
Response is objective, the same way Mahler's response is objective. But it makes it harder to buy Mahler's counter-argument when someone else can use the same tactics to illustrate how Mahler doesn't really understand Dark Souls 2 as well as he...
You don't understand Dark Souls 2 either, Anthony, you fucking retard. You just found someone who shares a similar opinion to you and agreed with them. Actually play Dark Souls 2, you fucking twat waffle.
Claims to. And mind you, I'm not really much of a Dark Souls player, so I can't really say who's right and who's wrong from my perspective.
Oh my god.
Why do you keep doing that? Anthony, quit it.
You should have played Dark Souls 2. You could have streamed it, by the way. You could have streamed it and got some money out of it. You could have played Dark Souls 2 and tried to see who was right and who was wrong.
Stop talking about a thing that you don't know anything about and then, like, do this whole thing of, like, but what do I know? I haven't done this thing. Then don't fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't talk about the Souls games outside of, like, my very limited experience. Like, that's just it. But I'll gladly talk about something like Dead Space or the Arkham games or any of the fucking Star Wars games because I've played them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to talk. I mean, I'm not really going to talk about the Souls games, but you want to get into discussion about, how good certain Pokemon games are. I'm in there. I'm right in there. And if anyone says that Red and Blue are the best, you're fucking wrong. You're objectively
You're
wrong.
gonna make me play a Pokemon game sooner or later, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Don't worry. I'll pick a good one for you, sweetie.
But I already have an idea for the best one.
It's not Pal World, you psychopath.
No, Pokemon Snap. The best Pokemon game.
No, I'll start you off with like Fire Red or Leaf Green.
Wait, I've got a better one. Hey, you Pikachu.
No.
Pokemon TV.
Fire Red and Leaf Green. I think those are good places to start, even though I don't like those games.
Moving on.
Yes.
I have no horse in this game, but I can.
Yes, you do. Don't you lie. Your horse is making Muller look bad. You liar. You're a lying liar who lies.
You have no horse in this race, you motherfucker. You have said multiple times now that you are big mad.
Yeah, you're a lying liar who lies.
Recognize a compelling argument when it's made to me based on gameplay mechanics, lore analysis, as well as the more flexible style of the other reviewers.
See,
this is why when I made a blog post about why I fucking hate video games, because this is what it does. It appeals to the gameplay fantasy. No, that's why when people talk about video games, honestly, I'm not listening to the mechanics end of it because I'll only be able to gauge that if I fucking play it.
Yeah.
But like, it's why I'll gladly talk about the story.
Yeah.
Like, because.
See, you see this thing I don't know anything about. Well, this guy made a more quote unquote compelling argument, so I'm gonna believe him. And it's like, how about you just remain undecided on the topic because you haven't experienced it yourself? That would be the honest thing to do.
Like, Sarah, you can talk about The Last of Us Part 2. You didn't play it though, but you watched it.
Yeah.
Like,
Ellie should have ripped Abby's eyes out and fed it to her.
No, I am still for Camp Decapitate Lev.
I mean that too. That too.
Like if we're gonna left her on the crucifix and then decapitated Lev. Finally, like, you want to talk about breaking the cycles of violence? You finish it then.
Yeah, like, sure, you could say Lev didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Lev got her sister killed.
That was so funny. That scene was so funny, though. Wasn't
That's just it.
It's so funny.
Lev got her sister killed. So like and also was totally willing to back up Abby. I had forgot her name for a moment. Was willing to back up Abby with the whole she's pregnant. Good.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Lev.
Yeah. And then yep. And then just leave Abby there to die on the beach?
Yeah.
I personally would have had Ellie then set Abby on fire and then watch her burn to death. Personally, me. That's me. But
I mean, after watching the first game, like a cutscene movie, and the first season of the show, I think what bothers me most about Last of Us 2 is what they did to the relationship between
Joel and Ellie.
And Ellie, yeah.
It's so tragic. It
is sad.
Yeah, because The Last of Us 2 was a mistake, and Neil Druckmann should never work in video games ever again.
I cannot wait for Space Heretic to come out. That's gonna be a laugh a minute. because we'll be dealing with post Last of Us 2, not only game but television. Neil Druckmann.
Okay.
It's like, oh, come on. Did you finally learn your lesson, Neil? Come on.
I doubt it.
Of course Cuckman didn't learn his lesson.
Yeah, because funnily enough, when we brought up Anita Sarkeesian, Druckmann's one of the developers that listened to her.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you listen to Anita Sarkeesian.
Exactly.
Now, each Bomber guy giving him feedback, you would think that would make Mahler pause and maybe reflect on his perspectives, but he just keeps doubling down on what he's saying.
Because Mahler felt that he was right. When you feel as if that you are right and you think that the criticism is invalid against you, you're gonna push back against it. That's called being human, you twat waffle.
No, it's not. He doesn't understand.
I don't know, like when people like push back on my videos and like give like certain comments, I'll respond to them. I shouldn't, but I do.
No, it's engagement. Yes, respond to them.
I respond to them, and it's
Do you mean,
because
like negative comments?
What?
Do you mean like negative like feedback?
Yeah, like if I feel as if the comment is inaccurate or like poorly or not full or doesn't fully represent what I'm actually saying or what I actually believe, I will respond to it because I don't think it's an accurate and fair criticism. Like at all. I got so many of those on my fucking response to Dr. Skipper's terrible Godzilla video. Like, I mean, it's I don't know. Apparently my video is just as bad as him or whatever, because I think the Monsterverse is a fucking shambling mound of whatever. I'll be done with it after the next video.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. I'm done.
I don't believe you.
I'm done. I'm not gonna watch Supernova. I'm not gonna watch Supernova.
You can say it till the heat death of the universe. It's gonna happen.
You're gonna force me to watch it, aren't you? You son of a bitch.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that when you can perfectly on two legs? You could just walk away. But you won't. Because I know you.
No, I'm vetoing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not watching it. I'm not gonna watch it.
Cut to
come into
3
your
months
life.
later.
It'll come. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna happen, Jake.
Shut
so you may as well let it.
No, I will not let you give me back shots, you weirdo.
But at least you get to come too.
Shut up.
To absorb the feedback, rather sees feedback as something to fight. And that's something objectively that I think is really bad about the objective critic standpoint.
Defending your point?
So defending yourself against criticism that you
so terrible.
Just take criticism. Okay, what if I look at the criticism, compartmentalize it and go, oh no, that's not fair, and then I respond? What then? Am I just supposed to just take the criticism?
No, yeah, exactly, because you're listening.
Yeah. Okay.
That rather than ever say, maybe I misunderstood the text, they're objectively right, therefore they must keep fighting at it.
Attributing a motivation to what is this logical fallacy called?
Well, he's figuring that out.
I think this is a straw man.
While he's figuring that out,
it's not a straw man. It's not a straw man.
What normally, however, the correct response and what normally comes out from Mahler when he's pointed out that something that he has made a mistake or that he's incorrect in some form or another and has been brought to his attention, he will change his opinion.
Most of the time. I'm pretty sure when the whole Atlas situation happened, he was just kind of done with it. Like the moment he like opened his mouth, he was just kind of done with it. He didn't care. Then
yeah,
again,
because he was
Yeah.
To be fair, no, like I'll even give him like this sort of like not scapegoat. I'll give him this. He didn't grow up with that show the same way that we did. So not only like was he saying something that we personally don't think that he's correct on, but also we have a lot more of an attachment to.
It also doesn't help that he didn't talk or have that video with the Avatar expert. But that's
Yeah, he was like, we'll always kind of go back to why Literature Devil.
well,
Why not ER?
Well, Literature Devil's seen it, but he could have at least rewatched the series before having the conversation.
Yeah, that's what, like, at that moment, why Literature Devil?
Yeah.
At no point
Why
do they
does the
stop to
movie
really receive
exist?
feedback unless it's.
We're talking about the show.
Again, why does the movie exist?
What would you rather have, the live action movie or live action show?
That's what I was going to ask.
Live action show at all.
Yeah, the live action
Movie-
show is worse than Shyamalan's movie.
Which is fucking weird.
Yeah.
From someone.
I think the show got more of the aesthetic right
Yeah.
than the movie, but the storytelling was worse.
Yes.
Because it just tried to like mash episodes together and pull things from season 2, and it was weird.
It was.
Personally like and trust. Feedback from sources that are different from them or from a different perspective than they are is seen as a threat to their style. And
it's
No,
not.
it's not.
You're lying. You're actually lying.
You are lying to my fucking face, or my figurative face, because I'm not in front of you. But you're being an asshole, because that's not how any of this goes. Mahler's like outside, like of like when he's doing his job, and he's like constantly online because he does like 6 different shows. EFAP, Real BBC, Open Bar. He guest appears on a lot of other stuff. Adam and Sitch, for example. The man is almost constantly being monitored by the fact that he is a documented person, and he has been confronted on multiple things. You can see his opinion change. You can see when he's wrong.
Do you have any examples to give?
Hold on. Why wasn't my mute button working? So, I think, give me a moment, because this is like, now that I'm actually needing to think about it, my mind just went blank. But you know what? I will go on a journey while this video continues, and I will go find it.
Okay.
thus they fight back. Hell, I mentioned Mahler so briefly in my video, it barely even measured as a response, and yet Mahler and his crew and tons of other people in his general circle responded to my video, even though I didn't mention almost any of them.
Well, you said that Drinker in Literature Devil, Drinker specifically, who is Mahler's friend, is lying to you, and subsequently you also implied that by him being in the video that Mahler was also a liar. So when you call someone's friends and as well as that other as well as the person responding a liar, they're gonna respond to you like basic cause and effect, dude.
Which I guess is in part of my motivation with this whole video. If they're gonna talk about me anyway, I might as well criticize them right back. What are they gonna do? Respond again?
Later admitted that.
Well, yes, they would.
They haven't so far, because Anthony is kind of like is one of the people that's not really worth doing a second one to. To be fair, because he's a clown person.
Actually, hold on. Fuck it. I don't know. Like, you know what? I don't even need to bring up like one of his live examples, because guess what?
What?
I don't even know why I didn't think about this. TFA. Like him just admitting that he was wrong.
Yeah,
like he literally keeps pointing. He literally keeps using that clip, and it went over my head for a moment. Yeah, he's admitted he's wrong plenty of times. That's the biggest example, and Gramuglia doesn't fucking acknowledge that.
No, he acknowledged all of the times he admitted he was wrong, but he said that they weren't good enough.
Yeah, which to me is the exact same as not acknowledging it at all.
Fuck what I just...
Yes, there are mistakes in Dark Souls 2 and his video on it, but they are not flaws in overall game design, objectively. They are mistakes, but they are not flaws. Right.
But it's right here.
Also, yeah, that's just a stupid thing for H. Bomber guy to say.
Yeah, they're mistakes, but they're not flaws. What does that mean? A mistake is a flaw.
Yeah, you can't exist with one without the other.
Look, there's a mistake in the construction of this chair, but it is not a flaw.
The chair is missing a leg.
That's not a flaw.
I'll hit something very interesting here. The conflation of mistakes and flaws. And this segment here, this right here, is the biggest reason objective criticism as an argument fails for me.
Fails for me, not fails in general. Fails for me. Okay, your opinion is worthless. So, but let's hear it. What the distinction between mistakes and flaws? They're effectively synonyms.
Me, because sometimes mistakes are better than perfection.
Oh,
I like to explain this.
My God!
Are you?
Draw attention.
No. You don't get to. We're not backing away from this. Are you pulling a Jeremy Clarkson with Alfa Romeo?
Mistakes.
Because for example, for those who don't know, especially for two of the four people here, because Sarah watched a good chunk of Top Gear and the Grand Tour with me. Jeremy Clarkson loves the car brand Alfa Romeo, which made fantastic cars back in the day. They don't make them now, but Jeremy keeps buying them and with the coping mechanism that because the car has mistakes, that it's more human, that it makes it a better car. The door isn't positioned in the right spot for one of their cars.
Yeah, we experienced something similar with my Chevy Cruze.
Yeah. When we opened that, I was like, wait a minute, the door's too far forward.
Yeah,
and
was
Jeremy
really hard to get in and out of.
likes to say that that's a good thing.
Nah.
It's not. I never thought I'd be able to fucking use if anything, a Top Gear or a Grand Tour analogy when doing these sort of analytical job.
And I'm
the
pretty
life
sure,
I live in.
Is Giggly Tits gonna say, "Oh, this one mistake in this one film actually added to the experience, so it's better than being perfect"? When it's like, okay, but what if it was perfect to begin with? Which, by the way, mistakes by definition cannot be better than perfection. That is an actual impossibility. Perfection means
Unless you're trying to make
mistakes.
Unless you're trying to make the argument that, oh, you learn from your mistakes and that makes you better.
No,
But I don't think that's what he's trying to say.
No, I think he's trying to... Well, I mean, like, not even that, because if you were perfect and not make a mistake, you're better, because you didn't learn anything.
You didn't make a mistake.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. We talk about the hypothetical movie of a chair in a room. It's just, like, the most perfect movie.
I thought that was just the movie, The Room.
So you could have this hypothetical movie that's just a chair in a room and then nothing happens. It's the most perfect movie ever. Like, it's got solid writing for whatever is happening.
Mm-hmm.
There could be people that don't like it. That's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
In this hypothetical, the movie is still good though.
Yeah.
My favorite mistakes in filmmaking, I think absolutely makes the scene the mistake happens in. It's in the movie It's a Wonderful Life. Now, George Bailey, he's leaving his brother.
Okay, but you understand
Where are we going?
There's a whole lot of context to this, but that's not really important right now. And he talks to his uncle, who's at the time quite inebriated, and he wanders off singing to himself. Now, the scene as written, that should be it. But instead, the actor playing the uncle off camera tripped over some filming equipment left out in his way. I'm alright! This is an error, a mistake, yet the actors play it off in character. And the scene is included in the final film. It's so seamless you think it's intentional, but it's actually a complete error, a series of errors. You just assume the drunk uncle stumbled over a trash can. You don't realize it's...
I didn't assume anything! I just, like, no, you're going to the fucking... Who keeps hitting the play button? No, you're...
Because it's done so seamlessly.
There.
Okay. That was...
Stop!
But it's...
Who keeps hitting the play button?
I'm not doing... Oh, I'm hitting my space bar. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sarah.
I think... Sorry.
Of all the keys to make your push to talk button, you chose your space bar?
No, it's not my push to talk button. I'm also editing right now.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, I guess.
I'm making a thumbnail for you.
But it shouldn't be affecting this. How? You're in a different window.
Okay, so
drugs.
Okay.
I've forgotten my point. I got so fucking knocked out of orbit.
But that's not a mistake in the film, though. That's just a mistake.
That's a mistake with the production. Yeah, that's a production error. No one talks about the fucking car in Lord of the Rings. No one talks about that. Because, one, somebody has to point out with a fucking microscope to point it out. And then, meanwhile, like, it's a production fact. It doesn't change anything with the story of the film, which is what we're mainly focusing on. Do you honestly think that when we all make the meme of Viggo Mortensen broke his toe when he kicked the helmet, do you honestly, like, where do you think we're saying that's what makes this scene great? You, like, sure, you can bring it up from an acting perspective, but from a story standpoint, him breaking his toe, no effect. He's sad about the possible loss of Merry and Pippin.
Yeah, This is very strange. Which, by the way, that doesn't prove that mistakes can be better than perfection. That's a literal contradiction. Because if the scene was perfect, then it would have that moment intentionally added.
Also, it's nothing compared to the behind the scenes that when Matthew Broderick was driving his car in Ireland, he hit two people.
Shut up.
You will never let that go.
He faced no consequence. He killed two people.
Character beat for both George and his uncle. It adds depth and richness to the film that would not be there if the film was perfect.
But that's not a thing with the writing. That's production, so it
or
doesn't
consistent
really...
or flawless. Another.
What? Well, hold on. But. So if the film were flawless and we're just it would be worse off without that bit, even though that's an actual contradiction. That is a literal by your own criteria, Tony. You are you are saying that this mistake in production, not in writing, but in production, makes it better than if the film were flawless.
You know what? Like,
that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It's an actual contradiction. Literal contradiction.
I'm gonna do you one better. Empire Strikes Back. Most of the stuff that happens in Cloud City is a production error because most of the equipment didn't fucking work. Like, that's just... So, we got fantastic, like, writing due to improvisation, but it works within the story. Because remember, like, for example, Like, Han was supposed to say, "I love you too," and then Harrison was like, that doesn't work," and then dropped one of the most banger lines in film history.
I know.
I know.
Um,
Somewhere in the universe, a woman just fucking came.
It really is just strange. This line of reasoning doesn't work because we're not talking about an error within the story, which is what Mahler focuses on. B, even if we go by his own criteria, it's still a logical contradiction. Like, it's an actual contradiction to say that mistakes can be better than perfection. That the movie would be somehow...
Because it's not human. It's not the expression, which is what art is all about.
Wouldn't flawless art also have the human element behind it as well? Hypothetically speaking, because because obviously nothing because because here's the thing: true perfection is obviously unattainable, at least
wrong.
But if we're gonna go by the most perfect thing to ever be perfect, it would also have the perfect amount of the human element behind it.
To jail.
God, this is so I hate this.
Example, Django Unchained. It's a mistake that Leonardo DiCaprio cut his hand on a shattered glass. It was not intended, and the actors are visibly uncomfortable as DiCaprio continues the scene with
production error
without breaking character.
Production error.
But it's not a...
Stop pressing spacebar. Whoever pressing spacebar, please stop.
I don't think that was me, actually.
Anaya? Once you
I'm
push the talk
pressing the
button.
Control button.
Control. Okay. So this might just be a watch.
Mine is the tilde.
Because it makes...
It might just be a watch together tism or whatever.
Probably.
This broken fucking site.
Yeah. But
broken.
I forgot my. Well, yeah. That's a production error. That's not an error in the script. No, that.
He's just making it all about the feeling. He's completely lost his fucking point. He's about to how much do you want to bet? I bet 1 million schlorbos that he's about to go, and this is all pointless anyway because art is about how you feel.
Well, let's see.
The scene so uncomfortable to watch. He uses the actual injury as a power move in scene, and it elevates the moment. It is a mistake, but it's not a flaw.
They are
No, I mean, in production, it's still a production flaw though.
It's still, it is a production flaw. Leonardo DiCaprio, Leonardo the Turtle, had to get probably get stitches in his hand.
Turtle?
Yeah, but
yeah,
Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, because Leonardo.
Oh,
I just
sorry.
kept. I was then gonna follow it up with Leonardo da Vinci.
But that's still a flaw in production. The what part one of the props was faulty, and it was a flaw and a mistake on his part. What? I don't understand you, Tony. I don't understand you. Why are you the way that you are? I hate everything you choose to be.
Oh, I hate you.
See, mistakes are just unintentional components of
what?
A film. They're not intended, but a flaw.
It doesn't matter if it's intended or not.
No one intends to fuck up. What are you talking about?
Detract.
What do you mean? What do you mean by this?
I feel like if he wanted to strengthen his point, or maybe, he should have used the Bob Ross. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents.
Which is fine if you're wanting to paint for pleasure, but like if Bob had just like thrown a can of paint on there, then yes, he made a mistake.
But like this is just, it doesn't matter if it's intentional or not. So do you think that I'm trying to think. Do you think that J.J. Abrams intentionally made Tross as bad as it was, Tony? Because you think that movie's really bad as well. I don't think he intentionally made the movie bad. I think he was genuinely trying to make something that was good. Do you think that Dave Filoni? Because I know you don't like Ahsoka, Tony. Do you think Dave Filoni intentionally made Ahsoka one of the worst things to have ever graced?
This is
Disney
the Clone
Plus?
Wars.
Yeah, this is the Clone Wars. No, they don't. They didn't intentionally try and to make these things bad, but these things were bad.
In fact, when you intentionally try to fuck up, you just kind of make something that's mid.
Yeah,
it's kind of why like when you make fun of Birdemic, it's unironically it's just trying to make a bad movie.
Yeah.
From the movie, without giving any new experience. Objectively, both scenes I mentioned should be demerits by Mahler's metric.
No, they shouldn't. What are you talking about? He focuses on narrative. He focuses on like consistency in the writing of the story, not production flaws. Yeah, like he'll certainly mention production flaws or like poor special effects, you know, which is certainly part of it, but he primarily focuses on the script. Those aren't script flaws, those are production errors. You're an actual lying piece of shit. You are actually like you are lying out your fucking ass right now.
By anyone, they're inconsistent with what happens before.
They're not, though. How is it inconsistent with what happens before in the story? A drunk man, a character that is drunk trips on stuff. Even if it's a production error, it perfectly fits the scene. Like, so a guy breaks his hand on glass and cuts his hand. Okay, that's not a contradiction in the story. Glass breaks, and people can cut themselves on sharp objects. That's not a contradiction. There's no contradictions in there. Not within the internal consistency and the logic of the world. You're not. Stop fighting a straw man. The long man will gladly fight you himself. You fucking scum-sucking piece of shit.
You out of the moment in theory.
You blood-sucking parasite. Eat me. Eat me!
They could take you out of the moment, at least. But they add the film because they feel completely organic.
Ultimately, if you subscribe to these channels, their standards get very confusing. So I say let's throw them out the window in favor of something far more consistent.
If we were to apply Mahler's objective criticism to these instances,
Criticism!
That is all.
This fucking Jake and I sharing a fucking brain cell. Because I think my eye is starting to twitch every time he fucking says it. Because he just, why are you saying it at 700 times speed, Anthony? Criticism. You're here for more than an hour. Why are you rushing?
Laws that indicate the film was ineptly made. This is the problem with having rigid metrics to judge every film by. Not every film can be measured by the same metric.
That's not true, though.
And even if okay, so let's talk about it. So because I remember when Sarah and I were talking with one of the neighbors at the time, and they were talking about what if there is a hypothetical film. I think they used Jacob's Ladder as an example of it. I haven't seen that movie, so I couldn't answer. So I treated it more as a hypothetical. If there's a film that its whole goal is that it's not designed to make sense, then that is correct. That cannot be rated objectively because it's not trying to say anything. It's just trying to essentially show images and then elicit an emotional reaction. There's no through line. There's nothing there. those films they possibly exist. We will never know because we can't see every single film.
Mm-hmm.
But we just simply say that we can't talk about this film. We could talk about like what happened in it and how we felt at that moment, but we couldn't be able to talk about it objectively because there was nothing to grab onto.
Well, I would honestly say if you're not trying to be structured and tell a story to begin with, I would just kind of say you're bad off the spot because you're not even trying to tell a story.
Or like, well, it's kind of the weird thing when it comes to film, which is the thing that I like to talk about when it comes to debating this subject, and it is that what about films that are just designed essentially to be the pretty colors? And to those I mainly say like they can keep being those pretty colors, and I'll praise the colors that are on screen, but in terms of the other parts of filmmaking, it is lackluster.
Exactly.
We can't say, like, for example, we can't say that I was about to try to give Mad God a fucking compliment. Because at least it looked, I can't say pretty. That's not, there's
Good.
certainly aspects of it that looked
good.
pretty.
It looked good for the most part. The stop motion looked good.
Yes, it was a fantastic assembly of visual effects.
But that's kind of all it. But after a while, that's kind of all it became.
And then the birthing of the universe was like, it was a fantastic display of effects.
But yeah, all the stuff that, but it was like incredibly random. They just decided to do this scene because Mad God really isn't a story after a certain point. It's just things happening. But like I firmly believe you can apply like rigid standards so long as like they're reasonable to pretty much any story, because storytelling is inherently mechanical and must follow basic cause and effect, or else it's just random events happening for no reason. Like a story is like events following cause and effect. That's just what it is. That's what they've always been. Since we've told stories.
Even sometimes a film that could otherwise be interpreted with this.
Oh my god. Do takes. Other takes. First take, second take, third take.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
May contradict it. See, Mahler is treating this like the light and dark side, as though he paints critics that must be purely subjective or purely objective.
No, he's not. You're just lying.
No,
you're lying.
No. What he mainly talks about with the people that normally talk shit are normally when they put words in his mouth. Quentin is a great example of this.
And you are right now. Tony. Yeah, like it's lying again.
No, objective details can support subjective arguments.
The fuck do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? That doesn't make sense. Like, I know you talked about subjective arguments, but like, is an argument inherently subjective? Is it subjective to argue that the Earth is a sphere? If I put forth the fact that the argument of the fact that we see a horizon is evidence of a spherical Earth because the horizon is the effect of the curvature of the Earth. Is that subjective? Is that argument subjective to say that? Or is it like, I don't, what are we talking about here? Is it, if somebody says no, Luke Skywalker does not have a lightsaber, is that subjective? He's like making it's making an objective claim. If the argument, I don't understand. I don't understand what this is. I don't understand it. Explain it to me, Tony. Explain it to me. Or fuck, maybe we've spaced these out too long and I've just forgotten what he said about this.
No, you haven't.
Because just doesn't make sense. Because like if a subjective argument can have objective supporting evidence, wouldn't that then make the argument objective? Because you're using objective immutable facts to support something you're saying, so it's not subjective. What is that? You're an actual bumbling retard.
Mahler's problem is he conflates his objective evidence with his subjective conclusions.
But you use objective evidence to so he has a subjective conclusion that he uses objective evidence to support, which means that it can't be a subjective conclusion if you're basing it off of things that are not based in feeling but are facts that are verifiable points of evidence. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? Who listens to you and thinks the shit that you're saying makes sense? Wyatt, make it make sense.
He's a retard.
I know he's a retard, but like that doesn't make any sense. Oh my god.
Saying the script is inconsistent, okay, but saying a script is inconsistent based...
He just left in a flub. He just left in a flub.
Because of course he fucking did.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I would rather watch my old videos where I didn't even use a script than watch this, and those are fucking awful.
On all the evidence provided, sure, that's an objective criticism. In theory, you are removing yourself from the emotional components. But subjectively, you might be looking at the script more critically because you don't like the movie.
So
why is that?
So it doesn't matter. You're right regardless then, Tony. It doesn't matter.
I feel like we always it's funny how we come back to this with a quote that Max brought up. What was the reason?
Why? So you watch a movie, you don't like it, you then look over this, like how everything was done more critically because you didn't like it, trying to find out the reasons why you didn't like it. You then find the reasons why you like it, why you didn't like it, and then you explain those reasons in detail. So that's what you're saying. Okay, so you had a subjective feeling and you came to and then you came to, wow, I didn't like that. That was bad. And then you find objective evidence to support that. That doesn't inherently make it subjective necessarily. Like, sure, maybe you have that subjective feeling that urges you to look at the actual flaws, but you're still being objective. You are like.
It has been here before us, and it will be here after we are long gone.
God damn.
That influences your bias. Even if you claim you're objective, that subjective perspective going to the script will influence what you say.
To varying degrees. I mean, sure. Like, yeah. I can kind of see that. Like, I don't think anyone disagrees that you're always going to have some level of bias. The best you can do is remove as much of it as you possibly can. You're trying to be objective. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of objective criticism, is that you're not solely trying to use your feelings to judge something. You're trying to remove your feelings from it to as much as possible to look at the bare bones facts and come to a conclusion. Because guess what? People do this in science as well. There are biases in science and history.
Oh, all the time. Like, I need to do further research on it, but BMI, for example, might be actually based on an old scale that actually doesn't work with modern, like, chemistry and, like, how our bodies are properly distributing fat.
Yeah. I mean, like, there were plenty of, I mean, heck, I'm pretty sure there were plenty of teachers and scientists that when phylogenetics was genetic family trees of like organisms. That's basically what it is. When phylogenetics were just kind of starting to come around, there were still anthropologists and paleontologists that still separated apes and apes from monkeys. When genetics shows that no, apes are monkeys. There are still people. I mean, there are still scientists that like they kind of have that preconceived bias of, well, no, I'm like kind of like the weird connotation of calling a human a monkey, like given that monkey has been used for
Okay, whatever, Frieza.
I know, but like it's been used as like a derogatory term for other racial groups, but like genetically speaking, that's what humans are. They're a kind of monkey. That's just a fact, and some scientists don't really like that. Like there is a level of bias within the sciences. It's just that but you know that. But the point is to try and put as much as it past you as possible. Like, and the same goes for here. You're never gonna fully eliminate your bias, but you should at the very least be willing to admit when you're wrong. Because like I don't think anyone ever says that you're like no one can. Not even Mahler, I don't think, has ever said that you cannot 100% eliminate your bias from everything.
Yeah, like he's, if anything, like he says, like, so the quote is when he was talking to Just Right was, being objective is trying your absolute damnedest to remove bias because you're just looking at the film itself.
Yes. Like I'm always gonna have like a bias against Zack Snyder. I will always admit that. Even if I try to remove that bias as much when I look at that piece of shit called Rebel Moon, I'm never going to be able to fully remove my hatred for his work, my seething disdain for how he makes stories.
I'm gonna make you watch Dawn of the Dead.
I've seen Dawn of the Dead. It's fine.
I'm gonna make you watch it again.
Well, yeah, James Gunn wrote it, so Snyder didn't write it.
Yeah, but he did direct it. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Like, there can always be good in the things we like and that we hate. I mean, such as, like, as much as I really despise what Disney has done with Star Wars, they made Andor.
True, they did. They made Andor.
And like, even if you credit where credit is due, every time they made Rogue One, they've made passable things.
Yeah.
You're saying is objective, and it's very literal, and it's very to the point and focused. The conclusions you draw from it will be based on your subjective opinions of those errors. Do you?
No.
So, whatever. No, we've gone over it. No, that's not how it. That's not how that works.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Do you like the errors, or do you not like the errors? Most likely you won't, and therefore you'll say the film...
It doesn't matter if you like the errors or not, the errors still exist. That's
How I feel is irrelevant. That's why we keep saying that. Because to talk about how one feels is to invite subjectivity, is to invite bias.
Yeah.
I love Batman and Robin because of its flaws. It's a horrible movie.
Yeah, I love Godzilla Final Wars with all my heart, but that movie makes no fucking sense most of the time.
I unironically have an I Am Disabled card that has the lyrics of Wild Wild West on it.
We all have issues.
Yeah.
Is terrible or awful. And one more thing, it also doesn't help that Molly's standards only apply to traditionally structured storytelling.
Do they? I don't think
What does that mean?
I mean, his favorite movie is The Prestige. Is anyone he's seen The Prestige here? Anyone?
It's been a while.
Okay,
but I have seen it.
Because it's a Nolan movie, so I assume it's not really traditionally structured. But
I mean, no, like, I mean, Nolan does a lot of like bouncing back and forth, but he like Nolan is capable of telling a more traditional story. Batman Begins is a pretty damn good example of that.
Yeah.
I await hearing him talk about the inconsistencies and plot holes in Tetsuo the Iron Man or Derek Jarman's Blue.
In the pandemonium of image,
high off your own fart artsy nonsense is what I'm getting at.
I present you with the universal blue.
Films that don't really conform to that logical flow. As
films are stories.
Well, that's why again I brought up the
not all films
like
are stories, but
you can talk about it, and then there's sometimes you have to admit that there's some things that don't follow this brand. Like something that's all about I remember when they did a breakdown of I'm thinking of ending things. And they're talking about like how it's like, oh, it's very clearly just like metaphor and nothing means anything. And it's just like, okay, so it's very like when something is artsy fartsy and it's not trying to mean anything, that's when this becomes a nothing movie for people like us.
Yeah. Hey, Tony, why don't you reach out to Mahler and try to have a conversation with him? How about that?
Yeah, the whole point that he was saying, it's funny how with the whole thing with H. Bomber guy, like, Mahler was just trying to say, like, hey, I agree on these things, just stop with the snipes. Just talk.
On the side, I do want to give credit where it's due. It looks like Mahler has reviewed some unusual films like The Father. But The Father is pretty normal. The Father is pretty normal in the hierarchy of strange films.
Oh my god, are we...
What do you mean? God damn it! Can we ever fucking go away from this movie? Son of a bitch! I brought it up too many fucking times, and now it's in front of us. It's like Beetlejuice. God damn it!
Tell me when he
I'm okay.
reviews Mad God for...
Yeah, Mad God, which is fucking dog shit. Which, by the way, Tony, Mad God has a somewhat traditional structure to its story.
God damn it!
It doesn't have any dialogue.
It showed the spider creature. How do you have such amazing creature design and such like wonderful and probable and horrifying? So when that thing grabs the soldier, it's fucking terrifying. How do you have that? And then the rest of the movie doesn't make any sense.
Tony's just kind of wrong because Mad God actually makes some level of sense in the beginning. Like there is some level of structure.
As we brought up with it's showing the destruction of the Tower of Babel, and then we see the second incarnation, the soldier being lowered down as if from a mission from God. Like it's a very symbolic and very biblical with its storytelling.
Yeah,
and then
he has a map.
Then goes off the deep dive.
Yeah, he's trying. He has a map, and he's following the map to go to like
as it's falling apart.
Yeah, as it's falling apart, going deep down. He's gonna set off a bomb because he's gonna blow something up. That's his mission. He's trying to get to a area.
And then we find out that it's on a pile of bombs that are ticking, but it breaks at the last second.
Yeah. And then the movie just stops trying to make sense in any way, and it just becomes visuals for the sake of visuals for the most part.
So go fuck yourself, Gramuglia. We can pick up the slack on this one. Mahler doesn't need to watch Mad God. Mad God's shit.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Example, and then we'll start talking. And hey, they are definitely filled with problems. They are.
No, like I don't need to. He doesn't need to watch a movie where for a good solid 5-ish minutes we're watching creatures just take shits while they're being electrocuted.
True.
Do not watch this movie. I feel like I'm accidentally somehow like Pavlonian, like telling people to go watch it. No, I genuinely mean it. Do not watch this movie.
Don't. It's
you will feel like your time is wasted, and if you value your time as much as we do,
yeah,
don't watch you're gonna get angry.
Yeah.
Tell me when he reviews Mad God, for example, and then we'll start talking. And hey, they are definitely filled with plot holes. They are contrived. They are inconsistent. They are artificial. That's also the point.
So the point said the point is to be bad. Got it. Okay.
How do you know? Now I'll mulled for like 0.2 seconds. How the fuck do you have an audience, Gramuglia? How do people fucking listen to you? I don't think people listen to you. I think some people just do the thing where they throw your videos on and then they just don't pay attention, or maybe they go to sleep to it and then they wake up dumber as a result. Gramuglia, you are the cancer. You are the heart of the cancer that I think is the main argument between objective and subjective. I think you are the representation of everything I hate from critics that don't believe in objective criticism. I'm sorry. Let me say it in your way.
So a plot hole, and it is inconsistent on purpose. So that inconsistencies are not good.
They're not. It's a flaw in the film.
Like I'm sorry. Like trying to say it's fine if it's inconsistent because that's the point. It's like, okay, it's fine if your car is inconsistent with its with its fuel economy. Right? It's fine, right? That's not a flaw in it at all. That's like, oh well, it's just a quirky car. God damn it! I fucking hate this guy. Or I hate listening to him. Maybe if we ever have a conversation at all, maybe it might be somewhat civil. I'll try.
I think before like the debate would start, I would honestly say like, all right, before we begin, opening jabs, get it out of the way, and I would immediately say, Gramuglia, you're an asshole, and not in the good way. Like I'm an asshole. But I'm funny about it. You're just an asshole.
You know, the authorial intent is very important with this discussion.
Not really. Death of the author exists, you stupid bungus.
As an aside, I will give my standards right now for examining media. What I typically do very informally when examining media and giving a critical thought process to if it works or not. And it's very simple and very consistent. I ask 3 questions. Question 1, what is the intent of the creator?
Okay, well, for people like us, okay, that is important for like the message of the movie, and like maybe I would say that is important. I will say that's important. That's fine, I guess.
What are they trying to accomplish? What are they trying to show? What are they trying to tell us?
But, like, ultimately speaking, if the author's intent was to create something that isn't good, you created something that's not good. So, like, at that point, it's like, congratulations. It doesn't really matter.
Question 2. What helps the creator relay this message? If it's a comedy, do they tell good jokes? If it's a horror story, is there scares involved? If it's an action film, is the action intense? Do you feel vulnerable? Do you feel like you're breathless with the anticipation of what's going to happen next?
Or is the action well choreographed? Or the scares well structured? Like, is it a jump scare? Is it building tension through atmosphere, music, lighting? Is the creature design like good or terrifying? Or if it's not a monster flick, like, what has the threat done previously? What threat does it pose? Like,
has the killer done enough to truly show how much of a threat he or she properly is?
And how do they kill people? Is it like just your basic stabbing? Do they disembowel? Do they like torture? Like this?
Do they do something after they've killed you? Do they do something with the body?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's.
We can talk about this all day, like, because we love to just pick apart. Like, it's something that it's funny that this will be released during Halloween, and I'm just gonna admit, like, one of the I hate the fact that this got me. Alien Romulus, that fucking newborn, got me.
Yeah,
I hate how it did, but like, Jake and I were watching it. We saw it. That shot of it in the fucking half-lit hall. It was just the right kind of shitty quality that it was fucking terrifying, and I actually, like, I think I genuinely made a noise. I think because
no shame in that.
It freaked me out, like, because I'll put it in the chat, like, what this thing looked like. It'll look better, which unfortunately will detract from its horrorness. It's almost like I hate with sometimes when you don't emphasize horror enough, hence why I kind of say it like in that funny, like, sort of slowish. It's because it almost makes it accidentally sound like I'm saying whore. I'm just calling the genre for whores.
I'm gonna go for another like 5, maybe 10 minutes and then call it. I'm getting tired.
We could just call it now.
Fuck it, let's call it now, yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. We're not done. We're not even done. Holy shit. Bleeding this fucking stone dry.
Should we go until it's an hour? It's reached an hour.
Fuck it, yeah. Let's go until it reaches an hour. Fair enough. That's like less than 2 minutes.
Before we do that, you may want to throw this on the screen for like 0.2 seconds. Yeah, it was exactly this fucking image right here that got me. But like, imagine it in shit. Actually, here's the shitty camcorder that actually made it kind of worse. And that's what.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing is fucking terrifying right there.
They did that. The lighting is just like bad enough that it hides how silly it is, because you can look at the newborn, or the offspring. I'm sorry, that's its name. You can look at it in the natural lighting, like as they're making the costume. It looks fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, it always will. The xenomorph looks goofy as shit when you put it in broad daylight.
Yeah.
Alien Earth proved that.
It did. All right, we'll go till 1 hour, which is like less than
2 minutes.
Which is 6 hours for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third question.
Let's not do that.
What impedes the author on their intent to communicate this idea?
I like how immediately, it's like, let's get to the thing, and then immediately, what impedes an author's message? Anything. Like, the lens being on the camera. I think it's as simple as that. You could just not film the damn thing. Or what impedes the author's message? Just not showing it. James Gunn is guilty of this all the time, actually. Groot died in Guardians 1. That's its kid. The message in Superman was faked. And it's just like, that wasn't said in the film, James.
Mm-hmm.
So your message is borked because you're not telling me it.
Yeah, like there's yeah. I mean, these aren't terrible criteria to have. I'll certainly admit that. I don't know. I doubt that he's consistent on it, but in terms of the criteria itself, I think this is fine.
Yeah.
What flaws get in the way? What issues impede progress? With this metric, it's pretty easy to have a very flexible, very applicable set of standards for different films. By Mahler's own standards, this might be considered a form of objectivity, though probably not as objective as he'd prefer. And that's alright. It doesn't have to be his standards, because I feel like this actually works better when dealing with more experimental films, such as Tetsuo the Iron Man.
I haven't seen this Tetsuo the Iron Man.
I think I want to commit a cartoon on cartoon hate crime.
Like he's just sounding so fucking pretentious right now.
Yeah, I can name this film, and so could we. Fucking bring up Mad God again. I dare you.
Heavy metal.
I dare you.
There's also heavy
metal. Heavy metal is amazing, and there are tits.
What?
But enough of me, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Heavy metal is a series that's basically a post-apocalyptic thing with hot women.
South Park did a parody of it when Kenny was getting high off of cat piss.
They made video games too.
Yeah.
Heavy metal fac.
You're bored of that by now. Let's go back to Mahler.
So yes, objectivity and subjectivity. At this point, the concept has practically drawn a line between two types of critical analysis. The issue is that many content creators will blend the two ideas and then hide under the banner of subjectivity to avoid criticism.
Which happens a lot. It happens
so
fucking much. How many times have you heard, well, that's just my opinion? It's like, yeah, I know it's your opinion.
How many times has that fucking Big Lebowski quote been used against us?
Well, that's just like your opinion, man. Yeah, it is my opinion. My opinion is backed by facts. Yours is not.
Other than being happy to compare how they felt to the reality of the content, there is this stubborn assumption that the first thing you felt is now the only piece of information that's relevant to the deconstruction of the media. How you...
Correct. We've seen this so many times. So many goddamn times. Again, the MonsterVerse is... It will never leave me, even if I try to leave it. But
that's what I'm saying.
Shut your whore mouth. But or Solo Leveling, I guess, is another example. People really, really liked the peak fire animation, and they felt that Sung Jinu was super peak fire in his awesome powerfulness and all of that.
Aura forming.
Yeah, his aura farming. Meanwhile, Autistic Elf Grandma Adventures is factually superior in every single fucking way.
Made me cry like a damn baby.
Exactly.
You feel may remain with you, but that doesn't mean you should stop listening to other people, exploring the content with any depth, or allowing yourself to experience even more. Instead, there's this idea that you should hold on to that one narrow perspective, which is detrimental to communication, especially if it's based on false information.
Mahler.
Because we're just letting a Mahler video play for a moment. You know what I think is really neat?
What?
No, there are no clones. Like, there's Tamara Morrison isn't in this scene. Entirely fake people.
Yeah.
There are no clones. Like, it's the most one of the most amazing works of computer generated graphics. Also kind of a bit sad because there's just rooms of nothing, so they can make room for all these nothing models.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Jimmy Schmitz he's not talking to anyone. He's just in a room.
Yeah, he is.
He's probably just in a room right now. He's probably in your walls. And then he'll go, I was in Star Wars. He's been talking to George lately.
Yeah, true. True. Based in true. Well, we've reached the 1 hour point.
Thank you and good night. This is me ending a video with a Star Wars fact.
Yeah.
As it should be. The universe is healing itself. And then we'll all die.
We probably got another two more videos out of this fucking thing.